Welcome to After Work Cook. Now today we are going to make something, and don't mind me, this is Sunday, this is how I rock and roll on Sunday, no makeup, no anything, but we are making a big pot of chili verde for our Papanana night. However, we're on the Mediterranean diet, which means red meats, pork, anything that falls under that bison, we only eat once a month. So I am experimenting with chicken thighs in place of pork. So you can see that I've got to trim all this fat, so that's the one that I've already trimmed. I'm going to brown it in here, and then I'm going to use these tomatillos. I've got to take them, I'm not sure how you say those, and then I will cut those up, cook them, and mash them, and then the roasted peppers and cilantro, and you'll be along with me the whole way. I've got some peppers and some canned chilies. Okay, about 4 pounds later, of course I say about because of all the fat, so it's about 4 pounds. Now this is something you're not going to be able to make after work. What you'd have to do is actually make it the night before and put it in the crock pot. And you wouldn't be making it for 14 to 16 people like I am. Usually we have more than that, but we've got some of our families on a cruise, lucky them. Anyway, so I'm gonna get this on to brown, and meanwhile I'm gonna be working on these, peeling these. I'm gonna heat those up and then mash them like I would a tomato for a tomato sauce. The Anaheim peppers I'm using, I've roasted them in the past and frozen, and they're thawed. I'm going to just peel them and get them ready. Before you can peel these and get going, you have to completely sanitize your knife and your chopping block because of the chicken. You don't want to have any of that chicken left, and so I've scrubbed it, sanitized it, did everything. Of course the cut's still in there, but I used a brush, so we should be good. You're going to be cooking this for 7 hours slow, or 4 or 5 hours on hot. I do kind of a combination because I've got to have it done by 5 and it's currently 10. So this is probably brown enough to go ahead and put in. So I'm going to put this in, and then I'm going to actually cook the tomatillos in this. Now when I said I was going to put it in here, I meant in the pan. I've got this sitting in here in the juice. And I'm going to add this. I use this, my son gave me a recipe years ago, and it had called for 2 cans of this. And I always put it in my chili verde because it kind of spices it up and gives it a little bit of flavor. Everything else is natural, and I make sure that it's very low in sodium and there's no fats, very low calorie. I usually don't like to do any type of canned food, but I do put that in. As you can tell, my recipes are like a bunch of different recipes I've tried out put together. Okay, so I've got this. It's about 2.5 pounds. As soon as it's all mushy, I'm going to mash it with a potato masher. All right, now I'm going to cut up the garlic and add it, and I will do the peppers. Now, I've roasted these and frozen these, and so I'm just going to put them in. So in order to, if you don't have any Anaheim or poblano, P-A-B-L-A-N-O, something like that, you can roast them by putting them on a pan and broil them for about 8 minutes or so, then put them in while they're hot into a plastic bag and let them steam for another 10 minutes, then you can peel them. Alright, so usually you want to put 3 or 4 cloves in, but sometimes I've been getting these from Trader Joe's, these big, they're not elephant garlic, but they're big cloves. So I only did 3, and look how many that is, how much that is for 3 cloves. So you kind of got to go with the size of the clove. I'm going to take my masher and mash it up really fine until it's just mushy. And then I'm working on my least favorite job, which is taking the peels off the roasted peppers. And I took out, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 packages, and I didn't, and they all have like 3 or 4. I don't know what I was thinking. I was thinking I needed like 4 or 5 different peppers, and so I took out packages. I don't know. Sometimes I wonder. There we go. It's all mashed up. I'm ready to put it in the pot. And I mean, you can put it in a blender, make it more of a puree. I'm just too lazy to go get it. And here's what it looks like so far. And yes, it's got some skins in it, but you know, once it's cooked down, they're going to be even more, you know, nice. I think it will be fine. Okay, this is the 3rd batch I'm putting in. I put in a total of 12. And not 12 bags, just 12 peppers. So I have a lot of bags left over, so we'll be having a lot of peppers in a lot of our food for the rest of the week or 2. So anyway, now I'm going to put this in, and then I'm going to get the regular jalapenos, the cilantro, the onion. I'm not putting in a lot of onion because I forgot to get onions, like a nerd. Anyway, I thought I was prepared, but unfortunately I wasn't, apparently. Okay, now I'm doing the jalapenos. Now it calls for 8. Well, I'm tripling what I usually make, which would be 8. And, or actually 12. And I'm just doing 4 because of the heat level, and I'm still hoping, I'm actually going to have hot dogs for the little ones, but it's still going to be kind of hot for some of the people, so I am not going to put in all of them. I'm hoping that it will, you know, kind of over rice, it won't be quite as hot. And here is all the onions I have, so beggars can't be choosers. Next, the cilantro and limes. I put the oregano in, and I need to put the cumin in. Calls for about a 1/4, and I've pulled out a 1/3 of a cup. I am just not doing well today. Anyway, so that's about a 1/4 of a cup, I figure. And then I will go ahead and cut up fresh limes to have as a garnish, along with, I will be putting fresh cilantro in, and then I'll have some for a garnish also. And I will also have red onions as a garnish too for people to put on top. Okay, so take a bunch of cilantro, whatever the hell it's called, and chop it as teeny as you can, and then add it to your crock pot. And then I'm going to take the second bunch and chop it as much for garnish. Some of that will probably be, I probably won't put all of that in garnish. Okay, so here's our garnish, the cilantro, limes, and red onion. And here's what it looks like. It's going to cook for another 4 hours or 5 hours. It's on high right now. I'm going to turn it down to low probably in about an hour. And I will show you what it looks like when it's done. Here's the final product. It's all ready to go and yummy.